My video for November the 5th, 2019 is video number 3258. The title is A Healthy Population Does Not Serve Big Pharma Interests. We live on a planet where everything is about money. Of course, that's insane, but it's the way it has been for eons. Not only don't the big pharmaceutical companies find solutions for the problems of disease, their drugs often lead to additional problems that they have other drugs to alleviate. Yes, I know I've told the story before, and I'll most likely tell it again for those who may have missed it the other times. The handwriting was on the wall in the case of my dad, who died just past his 54th birthday and fourth open heart surgery. There were also 2 additional operations to remove the scar tissue that was impeding his breathing. I've had 2 open chest ops myself, and frankly, I now run out of breath easily. Are my own lungs limited by scar tissue as his were? Probably. Folks, when will we finally get it that the money system is a slavery system that only empowers those who want to control all of us? I agree that it doesn't necessarily have to be this way, but those in control of the money game are greedy, psychopathic, or both. It would certainly be a step in the right direction if we could find a way to repair those debilitating inequalities. All we have to do is find the love. Yeah, I have been doing a lot of I would almost want to call it regression therapy, but I don't know that it's therapy or just memories that haunt me. In any case, I have been going through a lot of self-examination. And as I went back and started looking at, remembering my dad, looking at his picture and remembering what we went through during that ordeal when Dr. Kieki, I believe that was his name, had performed all of his heart surgeries and then 2 operations to remove the scar tissue that resulted from the 4 open heart surgeries. So 6 times in the last 6.5 years of his life, he had his chest cut open, his sternum cut all the way down, and his chest opened and was put under anesthesia and had major surgery done on the most vital organ in his body, with the possible exception of the brain, which would also probably be the brain and the heart. To me, are the 2 most important vital organs in the human body, although I don't want to have to do without any of them. I still have my appendix and my tonsils. I've never had those removed my entire life. That's a good thing. I'm not sure whether my father ever had such operations. I would highly doubt it. Nowadays, big pharma and the medical profession are merely ways to make a lot of money. And like other professions, for example, attorneys, the professions that make the most money are often the professions that are most harmful to humanity. They do not find solutions because, frankly, it's not in their monetary interest to do so. And that's the sickness of planet Earth. Money was invented as a means of enslaving us, and slavery. I've said that so many times in so many videos, but it's the truth. Now, does that mean that money is intrinsically evil? Absolutely not. But the money system has been controlled by those who are not benevolent. That's the issue. When will we find benevolence? When will we find the love? When will we find the willingness to tell the truth? Wherever it may lead, search for truth. Because if we don't find the truth, we won't find solutions. The lies are set up to uh, obscure the truth and hide us from finding solutions, to keep us in the problem, not with solutions. It's it's crazy. It's crazy to me. And yet I've experienced it and I've witnessed others going through things of a similar nature where what they think is going to be helpful to their situation ends up creating more problems and more harm. And this is going on in the political scene as well, because the people that control the money also control the political environment. Now, I just watched a video earlier about Donald Trump saying that he's going to go down in history as one of the greatest presidents of all time. Well, maybe, and maybe not. I'm still not convinced about Mr. Trump. But I am convinced that he is creating a lot of dissension, not because he's trying to create dissension, but because there are those who are in such an uproar about him being the president and some of the things he's doing that it makes me scratch my head and wonder what the heck is going on here. This never happened before in our history. As far as I know, no elected president ever faced the animosity of an opposing party as is the current situation here in the United States. And there's dissension in Britain too, as the Brits decided to vote Brexit in. They wanted to get out of the European Union. This is a good thing. We need independent nations that protect their own people. All nations and all leaders should do that. They should be about providing the best possible solutions for the problems faced in whatever country or locale they exist. We need to find people that have a heart and a mind, with a heart and mind that work in conjunction with each other. Much of the problem is in the United States anyway, that we've had so many people, and actually it's true in Europe too, and maybe in other parts of the country, we've been invaded by people that don't speak the language, that don't understand the historical tradition of the nation, that don't have the same value systems. And they come into a country, another article or another video that I watched talked about what's happening in Sweden, where all of these immigrants are causing a rape epidemic in Sweden, where there's so many more men that are brought in than women, and the men have genes that are out of control, or their what do you call it? Their sex drive is out of control, and they do all sorts of horrible things to women. This is not a good thing. It's not just the United States, it's worldwide. We need to find the ability to love. But in order to do that, we first have to be able to tell the truth. Big Pharma is not a solution. The legal system is not a solution. The political situation is not a solution. Can we get these systems to work on the benefit and to help humanity rise up, and where we can actually serve one another, and in so doing fix the problems that have plagued us for a very long time? As I said, eons. The slavery system has been in control, and we have been none the wiser for it. It's time for an awakening, and it's time for us to be willing to think outside the box and try things that perhaps have not been tried in the past. Ever searching for solutions. Thank you for listening, and namaste.